here with Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for what you've done for boxing. You've done a great job, and you definitely left many fingerprints on boxing. So thank you so much for your career.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, so I want to start off by asking you about this welterweight fighter you got, Rohan Polanco. He is fast rising, a very big trash talker, someone who's ranked number 6, is going to be defending his intercontinental belt, so he'll be further ranked. How good do you see him, and how fast do you see him rising to championship level?
He's surprised everybody by how quickly he's developing. Right now, he looks to be one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing because he's a good boxer and can destroy his opponents. So we've been pleasantly surprised and pleased by the way he's developed. I mean, he is really a tough guy to fight.
He's been very active this year, and he seems to have been a priority for the company. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, because once we realized what we had in Polanco, not just a good fighter, but a fighter who could be great if developed properly, everybody got behind it, and we've given him a one step up fight after another, because I really think he can become, in the next year or two, a big superstar in the sport.
You also have another Dominican fighting on the card, Santana. He's co-promoter with Miguel Cotto. This will be his 3rd fight with your company. Can you talk to me about him at featherweight, and what did you make of him calling out Shushu Carrington?
Well, you know, my ears are always shut when they call out a fighter. That's, you know, it's wonderful, but let's see where that goes. He's a kid that we took on based on Miguel's recommendation, and he's a real good talent. How good remains to be seen. You know, when we started promoting Polanco, we had no idea that he would be as good as he's turning out to be. Same thing with this kid. You know, he looks good. We think he has a good future, but that remains to be seen.
All right. I also want to ask about the main event, Xander Ziah versus Jorge Garcia. This is a really good fight, a tough fight. You've literally had Xander Ziah since he was a child, since he was 16 years old, and you've groomed him all the way now to a championship level fight. As a promoter, obviously you want to see all your fighters succeed, but how does it feel knowing that you had a guy literally since he was a kid to now fighting for a world title main event in Madison Square Garden?
There's a lot of gratification in that. I mean, he was really a baby when we signed him, and indeed we had to wait a period of time until he became 17 where we could actually showcase him, and that was only in certain states, because other states had an 18-year-old requirement, but places like Nevada and Texas had a 17-year-old requirement. So we had to bring him along slowly, and you know, 16-year-old kid is not physically developed, and so it was always curious to see how he would develop physically, not just as a fighter, but you know, how his body would develop. You don't know that with a 16-year-old kid. So it all worked out, for Xander, and now we're looking at a world title. He's in a tough fight with Garcia, but I think he'll come through.
Last question. Turki Al-Sheikh is someone who's came into the game and really done a lot of big things, and he's recently trying to get the Muhammad Ali Act, I guess, changed or something like that. I want your opinion on Turki Al-Sheikh's space in boxing, as well as what he's trying to change as far as the Muhammad Ali Act.
Well, I think Turki Al-Sheikh has done a good job. You know, he's come up with huge purses for some fighters, so he's been able to get some great fights and great events, and I think overall he's been very good for boxing. I disagree with him trying to change and water down the Muhammad Ali Act. I just think that is not appropriate. But, you know, who knows anymore what Congress is going to do.
Well, Bob, thank you so much for your time, and looking forward for tomorrow's event.
Good, thank you. Should be a good show.